Liked it.
I should go to the. Yeah. What the heck is that?
I'm filming the dungeon, man. This is the dungeon. This is where you make serious, dirty, rusty gains. This is for dirty bulking. It's where you can come.
Yeah. That's very true.
Which actually has pretty good equipment. There's a variety of things to perform. This is a nice bench, man. You can, oh yeah, you gotta adjust it too, so you can do. That looks pretty tall for inclines there. That's almost like a shoulder press angle. Because wouldn't it put it like up, all the way up there?
Yeah. These are adjustable too.
Nice.
Staying right in there.
Very nice.
I wanted to get Tim to do incline again. He didn't want to. He didn't even want to lift at all.
Yeah, I was hoping Timmy would be up here.
I think I might do some shoulder presses.
Warming up the shoulders is really good to do, man. Especially if you're hitting the bench. You just don't want something to get cramped. Oh, that was light warm up. Pressing like that for shoulders.
Just whatever works.
I just put more weight on this. That first warm up set was super light. So you say to warm up heavier, right?
Well, I mean, I don't know per se that, but what I usually do, I'll start light and just work my way up. I'll do a set of like what you did, a set of 60, and I'll only do that like.
I did 12.
Yeah, that's a lot more than I would do, but you do what you want. But I would probably do like 4.
Okay.
And then I would put that on and do that 4, and then
Just keep going up.
until
You can't do 4.
I would do that until I reached almost to what I'm about wanting to do 3 sets of or 5 sets of or whatever
Okay.
I'm going for. I would just kind of like work up slowly to that.
So I'm going to try that then. I'm going to do this for 4 and then add.
And like I said, my reasoning for that is just so I don't get tired. And I can actually put up a decent amount. I don't feel totally worthless. I would suggest on this bench moving down a little bit. Make your eyes at least even with this. Because what happens is the bar and the weights hit this. And it's real annoying.
Oh, on your reps.
Yeah. What? I'm busy. Who was it? Who is it?
You mean about wanting to move up on it?
Yeah.
Mine is at like an angle where it goes like back, like a slant going up.
Worry about that.
Where yours are like straight.
Oh, and you know what? Another thing I noticed with this bench, it's not even. It's longer over here than it is here.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I forgot about that until now. But yeah, I'm not happy with that.
The dungeon. How cold is that bar?
It's not bad.
No, I'm gonna take my gloves off then. I was expecting it to be obnoxiously cold.
It's because I had the leg exercise.
That one. The leg extension's nice. Mine has that. I wish I could attach cables to it so I could do also laterals.
Yeah. I want to get some of those bungee things. What do you want to put on? 20 pounds or something?
Yeah, let's put on 20.
10 to 10.
Would you recommend doing them slow?
That's the way I do them.
Well, I want to try your training.
Works for me. Darn decent of you.
Darn decent. I had to move up a little bit. I tried to keep my eyes level with it like you had said. And for some reason, I was stronger just moving down a little bit.
Yeah, I seen that. It works better for you.
Like I moved more towards the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, that bar is not that bad at all. I was expecting it to be a lot colder to the touch.
We ain't seen we were up here the other day. Man, it was freaking cold.
Yeah, it's been cold in my storage unit lifting.
I always try to arch my lower back up and my shoulder blades, get them in.
And try to pinch. Try to make them as far back as you can, right? Like you're trying to touch them. See, my thing is with my hip, it's hard for me to rotate it forward like you're doing. That's where my form has been suffering from breaking my hip. I think your bar might weigh more than 10 pounds, but
Maybe. And actually, it could. I think it's longer. Maybe it's longer than I think. There's something different about it. I know that. I like the way you're doing that.
why's that?
Sorry, good.
Was the form good?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell.
Like the not extending the whole way.
Yeah, I think it's kind of pointless to fully extend your arms,
It is.
your elbows.
I feel it is.
You're just putting extra tension on your elbow joints. A full rep is only like 6-8 inches.
I take the film.
Yeah, it probably work better. I'm thinking after we're done, we can take all the weight off and just wait. How else go? else goes on the scale.
And then holds it.
With without it.
Brilliance. Did you do your set?
No.
I'm excited to watch you do it. I'm gonna move your cord so we don't stomp this.
So I'm thinking.
Aw, Tony's daughter brought him a little chocolate for his mid-workout snack. His mid-workout carb load.
Well, if it didn't have all that sugar, I mean, it might be alright.
It's a Snickers. There's protein.
Yeah.
Simple sugars will keep Tony from being cranky. You won't like him when he doesn't get simple sugars.
So, how do you feel about taking these 10s off?
And replacing it with a 25?
Yeah.
I'd say, do it if you dare. I could probably get that up for 4.
I'm sure you could.
If we're assuming it is a 20-pound bar, I'd put it at what, like 180?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's a 10, but
We'll see. I'd like to believe it's a 20, because I know for a fact I have a 40-pound bar at least.
what do I know? Just go to the gym. Which one's worse? Bus driver or garbage man?
Dude. Garbage Man, definitely. If you're not afraid to get dirty, Garbage Man's the better choice, in my opinion. Simply because you don't have to listen to a bunch of bullshit. You're not surrounded by ignorance. I mean, everyone knows until you're in your 20s, you don't really know anything.
Yep.
And for you to disagree with that is proof that you're ignorant. I mean, I know I regret most of my thoughts from the time I was before 21.
Yeah, I gotta say, I made some interesting choices and thought some interesting things. Yeah, it ain't too bad out here. As long as you're dressed for the occasion.
My collar's really in my belt.
Alright. 1, 2, 3. I barely own.
Oh,
That'd get you ripped off.
I'm feeling it. But at that weight, and make that my working set if I can. I'm gonna try a medium wider grip.
2, 3.
Yes, I am feeling those. There's like a line of fire.
Get to the full 10th. Just tell me until I get to the 10th one.
Wait, how many reps are you doing?
I'm gonna stick with this from here on out
Okay.
and do 3 sets of 10. I'll keep it a little bit later today.
Do so many reps to warm up. I could probably get that, but
I have a feeling some people might say I'm doing it all wrong, but it really works for me. I don't have adverse effects. I don't hurt myself. So
if you started heavier, then your body's able to see you might hurt yourself. Go to war with these weights. Hold on, he's busy for a second.
Because it's all stacked. I wish I
You made that look easy, dude.
I gotta say, it was really heavy.
Up on 1 rep. How much do you think this is? 210?
That's what I would call it.
I'm gonna try for 4, dude. You need to make me get 4 if I can. I think my first 2 might be okay. They're gonna be weak, but I know my last 2 are gonna suck probably. I'm gonna try to not let that happen.
Yeah, I'm glad you know about the whole mental game. That's really a thing. A lot of people strive to, push up 300 pounds and they can never get it. They believe. You gotta believe you're a person that can do 300 pounds.
Right. Ready?
1, 2, 3. More. Nice. Bet you that hurt. So much better off. It just went up.
Supplementing makes a huge difference. It's not everything though. That's what people get confused with. And you have to cycle off of that stuff too. You don't want to constantly be getting too much of a supply of protein because if you don't use it, it turns to fat. And it becomes a lipid through the chemical process.
What if you use it though?
If you use it and you're working that hard, yeah, absolutely keep using it. Like me, I only do, like tonight I'll probably take protein. Like probably as soon as I get home, I'll probably have it with my dinner. But I usually only use protein on days that I'm going heavy. So when I went heavy on the curl, that was a protein day. And I feel like creatine's the same. Pre-workout, I took a pre-workout today because I was anticipating going heavy. And yeah, you can use creatine for recovery for sure.
Yeah.
There should be creatine in most proteins as well, right?
Yeah, some of them.
But they say to cycle off of creatine, let your body, not get so used to that source.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I remember being in high school and it took me like a year and a half. No. Probably between a year and a half, 2 years to be able to bench 300 pounds. And then 10 years later, no, probably 8 years later, I got back to lifting and I lost all my muscle and did the protein and creatine, and it only took 7 months
To come back.
Yeah.
Creatine's good. Supplementing's good. But
And that's all I would do. Creatine and protein. And that is good. A lot of water.
yeah, I try to hydrate hours before, which I did today because I planned on lifting since last night. I kind of wish Timmy was here because he always wants to do chest, and I only train chest like once or twice a week. I do one normal day of chest, and then I do one heavy. You made that look easy. You can keep the wraps. I'm gonna go down in weight.
And it was real convenient when I was a bus driver to work out heavily because
You had all day to kill.
yeah, and I didn't have to do any real physical activity. I had to sit there.
Yeah, I'm getting burned out too.
What are your last woman?
What's that?
I don't know, how many sets are you going for?
Me?
Yeah.
I'd like to try to get one more at that weight. That would put me, I think, at 5 working. Frolic, Action Sled supplements, recovery workout drink. Yeah, they got different flavors. Unicorn blood. I think I brought Scorpion. I believe it's called Scorpion something. I have to look at the package. The pre-workout I took is Ignition Switch. It's like 300 mgs of caffeine or something. It's nuts. And I bet you without it, I would not be lifting this well. See, if this was in Planet Fitness, we would have been kicked out. Yeah. Kicked out. Not allowed.
1, 2, 3. Seeing stars?
I'm getting a good pump, yes. To go to 12. I may need assistance on it. I'll bet you halfway through I'm going to need assistance.
And it's going to be a lot easier. But 12 is a lot, especially after a week.
I'm going to take a minute.
Yeah, do that.
Alright. Keep an eye on me, let me know. Going to grab it, you'll know. If I can't do 12. If I get to 12, I'm just going to put it up.
Nice.
Bar to chest even. Every time. That was a full range. Time to lay some Burmese tiger traps and landmines up in this. Alright, going for another 12. Bar to chest. I'm going to try to do all of them again.
You're not even.
Am I good? I feel good.
Cross matches. Kind of hard to see. Feeling that burn, I know you want it.
Alright, I'm ready to drop down. Oh, those get heavy.
Yeah, was that 19 or 20?
I think it was only like 17 or 16.
Yep.
I just went till I burn out. That's it. That's a burnout. I'm done.
Alright. Did you ever watch Yo Elliott? Yo Elliott.
No, I watched Creepy Crawly right here on YouTube. Peace.